in my backyard or something. Yes, it's been a bit of a pain. Here we are, though. It is this same old best-of-5 format for Afreeca World. Two best-of-5s, following up into a best-of-7 played between the winners. Spawning up in the top left-hand side of the map, it is Dream.
And spawning in the bottom right, he's red, he's Protoss, he's Zest.
Zest is best, they say. Now, is this true in this tournament, do you think?
Is he the best?
Yes.
No, not in this tournament. I do like him a lot, though. But I wouldn't pick him to win out of the remaining 3 players that are here.
Neither would I, because he lost to Solar yesterday.
Especially.
Dream, though, I'm excited to watch Dream because he's more of a wild card. Yeah, he's very, very unpredictable because he's one of those players that are coming back. He's shown a lot of promise. He's won an Afreeca World. It was kind of like a walkover Afreeca World. But he's also played in a lot of other tournament matches lately. And he's just looking really good. But how solid is he is something that we've yet to really see.
I mean, that's why we do stuff like this. So,
did Dream qualify for the last season of the GSL? I want to say he did. Tasia, Bomber, Dream, I want to say, were all the old Terrans.
Okay.
So he's been back on form for quite a while, but he's still improving. He's still playing a lot. StarCraft 2 is a weird game. Sometimes you get motivation to play, sometimes you don't.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
And
sometimes a player that you expect a lot from just doesn't quite do much, and you're like, what?
And sometimes that's just because they were like playing League of Legends or whatever.
Yeah, they just spent the last 2 weeks playing Halo Reach.
It's possible. Although I don't know how big Halo is in Korea.
Right. Probably not super great. More a League of Legends, StarCraft thing.
Usually, yeah. Or Overwatch these days. Like, it's true. Players will sometimes just... They're gamers all at heart. So they'll just be like, I'm going to go play some other game. Just for the fun of it. I don't know if I want to keep playing StarCraft 2 because it's hard to do something that you can't really bring yourself, like... It's hard to do something like play StarCraft 2 all the time if you're not in love with the game.
Yep.
At that current moment.
You're not wrong about that.
Adept shading on up. The Reaper, interestingly enough, has been waiting here to help try and deal with this. 2 Hellions pop on out. Now they're going to start engaging this Adept, who could definitely be in over her head here. As these Hellions, the Reaper going to cook her on up. This Reaper being microed while playing with fire, but does stay alive there.
The Reaper?
Yeah, the Reaper.
You see the Reaper stayed alive?
The Reaper did. The Adept didn't.
Oh, yes. Yes.
No,
Wow,
she did.
Brain got those really mixed up.
It's okay. It's been one of those nights.
It has been. It's just for confusion.
Mm-hmm.
Dark Shrine about 60% complete there on the other side of the map.
Now, how useful is a Dark Shrine if all your probes are dead due to a bunch of Hellions?
Not as useful, as it turns out.
Yeah, these Hellions, they want to go in. Are they just going to fight these Adepts? How does this work? I have no idea.
Both units do bonus damage versus the other one? So
it's kind of comical. Oh my gosh, yeah. The micro coming out of Dream right now. Oh, this is ridiculous. Like 4 injured Hellions, 2 more Adepts getting warped on, and
wait,
okay. No. Oh boy.
That was really good micro, and then he's like, here, have 2 of them.
Yes.
For nothing.
Now, is he going to be prepared for the Dank Templar? Dank Templar singular, because 2 of those warpins that would have been used for DTs were used to warping those defensive Adepts. But the DT train is still a-coming. There's an eBay on the way. Looks like there is enough energy for 1 scan so far. If a mule gets dropped, though, oh no! Oh no! I'm so sorry, Dream. I totally just jinxed ya. It's bad times all around for the Terran player right now. As a DT's in the main, a DT's in the natural.
There's no energy for scans.
And
Engineering bay is not done yet.
And right now, Zest just says, "Get Protoss, nerd." Like,
That was brutal.
micro those Hellions all you want.
Kill some adepts. Go for it, man. Wow.
Yeah.
That was painful.
That was bad mule timing.
Yeah. I mean, even with the one scan, is it that much different? Probably.
If it's the one scan, you can stay in the game.
Yeah. But if you have two TTs running around in each of your bases with no ability to see them at all,
You're like,
yeah,
well,
that was a fun game.
yeah, that was. I mean, good Hellion micro from Dream. Good DT usage from Zest.
And DT's usage is better. It's hard to win games with just Hellions, as it turns out.
Mm-hmm.
You can win games with just DTs, though.
Yes, definitely true.
I'll never forget the first time that happened to me in StarCraft 2.
You're like, what?
Just macroing up, la la la, and then all of a sudden, all my drones start dying in both my bases, and I'm like, I have no overseers and no spores. Well, we're done. It was very sad. There was like 8 of them, too. It was an incredible all-in. Did I scout properly? Heck no! I'll never forget that, and I always throw down spores, like every single time, no matter what.
And if you're a Terran, make sure you always have enough energy for a mule. Or for a scan.
Because you're taught to use your energy.
You are.
Right?
But versus a Protoss, which you haven't scouted,
yeah,
it's just greedy not to. Like, we see Terrans lose games like that all the time. Anyway, here's Zest.
And here's Dream.
StarCraft's a beautiful game. That we can still have things like that. These players are just going around and around in a circle. Every day. Oh man, I totally forgot to change the bloody overlay. Ah!
Happens.
Oh yeah, particularly when you're not used to it.
Yep.
I do apologize to everyone about that. It's alright. It's good StarCraft. Unfortunately, the tech is not on our side.
Sometimes you just gotta fight with it.
Yes. I wish I could. If physical violence would solve this problem, my PC would be in for it.
Sometimes it does, though. It's called percussive maintenance. You just give it a good, like, slap, and suddenly things work. It makes no sense.
I mean, sometimes it would make this weird, like, really, really aggravating noise. Like, it would, like, start humming, like, vibrating a ton. So I'd just give it, like, a little tap with my foot, and then it goes away.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's true.
It right there.
And it's been going on for the greater part of a decade at this point. Because I've had this same PC for that long. I've upgraded it and stuff here and there, but the vibration has still been there. I swapped out hard drives. It's just the case or something, but this whole thing has finally convinced me. I'm just gonna bite the bullet and commit to setting up like an NAS or something.
Yeah.
And then setting up an NAS, completely resetting my PC, I'll keep like my graphics cards because those are still good. Maybe my CPU because that's still pretty alright. And my motherboard, maybe get new RAM or something. But boy, is it ever time for like a full reset after this debacle?
Yeah, no kidding. About time. About time.
All right. Hellions on the way here. This Adept going to be in a bit of trouble potentially, but she's already shading away. Proxy Starport going up for Dream here.
Do like a good proxy. Always fun.
This Medivac gonna lift on up these Hellions, which are now gonna make their way into the main bases. Zest started up a shield battery just now. He's got a warp prism so he can potentially lift up and save some of these probes, but these Hellions are gonna start cooking them up. The Reaper is running towards the natural while this is going on. That's not getting a lot done. These Hellions, they got 7 probes. They're now making their way towards the natural. A shield battery is finished up here, though. They can still one-shot these probes, though, but they're not synced up to get those shots off. So these probes are getting off very lucky up until now. There we go, Dream, as he fries up 10 probes in all.
Yeah, 10 probes is a good number.
Yeah, I don't know if he's actually prepared for the counterattack that's coming his way, though. This was a prism, couple of gates. There's Widow Mines, but there's an Observer. So this could be real tough here for Dream. Does he just die to a counterattack? Oh, he scans! Oh, million IQ play. However, there's a prism, so Zest can micro all day with this. A bunker is on the way.
Oh,
the Widow Mine's getting nada done. Marauder just popped on out.
Pulling the boys is never a good sign.
It is not.
Look at all these Widow Mines that aren't connecting on anything. Just kidding, we got something.
Man, oh, Zest is so good.
Did he dodge that one too?
No, he's dodging everything, and he can just go up into the main base. Doesn't matter if Dream has a bunker. Zest has got his hot ticket into a lot of worker kills here as these SCVs have been pulled, but Dream's dead. Yeah, that's it.
I mean, it's not technically GG'd yet, but it's not looking good for the Terran player. He just keeps losing SCVs by the dozens here. There is a bunch of probe death on the other side here, though.
Oh, is there? Oh, 6
Liberator
probes.
getting some stuff done, but she's dead now.
Dream is down to 7 SCVs. No stim pack. No medivacs. One more Liberator on the way. What's the over-under on Dream pulling his way out of this one?
No. The over-under is no. Vegas doesn't have a line on it.
Oh, this Prism, I mean, there's not even enough Marines to get it down.
Too many Marauders.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 14 to 41 workers. Dream has to win this now.
With 3 Marauders, 3 Marines.
So he's not, is what we're saying here. Widow Mines with the greatest hits of all time.
You gotta give it to him for trying. The Liberator is getting some damage done, but it needs to get all the damage done.
I mean, the dodging. The warp
Zest is
dodging.
so good. Oh boy.
Yeah, I mean, Dream has mules, which is nice.
Yeah, he's got up to 20 SCVs.
Yeah, not bad.
Not great either.
Problem is there's Colossus on the way, and the Marines you're making are going to be really bad against the Colossus. Like, really bad.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta give it to Dream for trying. Like, he's keeping pace in the army supply.
Yeah, I mean, as they say, Terran is not dead until they're dead. Until GG has been tapped and they have left the game.
I think that's true for any StarCraft.
More so for Terran. There's a second happening in Dream's main right now, though.
Yes, this Prism being a pain.
2 SCVs go down when Dream really can't afford to lose any more of those.
No, he cannot.
Really can.
Starport gets found, and it is going to die. Zest is going to be looking to get himself up a 3rd base, it would seem. Whilst Dream is hunting for this Prism, which is a pain. He could get it.
Stim and chasing it, not going to be able to catch
Neither
it.
player paying attention.
No, Zest doesn't move at all.
Zest just doesn't give a hoot. Oh.
Liberator gets picked off over on Zest's natural base, not a threat. Oh, look at that. Temporary unload to take some of the fire. That was gorgeous. Ah! Get out of there.
It's all good.
Man, Zest is protecting his units so effectively today.
Alright, we're looking at a 64 supply Terran to 102 supply Protoss. Zest has 2 Colossus, extended Thermal Lance about to finish up. And I don't know what you're going to do right now of your dream. Double Medivacs moving on in towards the natural base of Zest. This could potentially get something done, or at the very least force a recall perhaps, because Zest is warping in offensively. A bit of a base trade perhaps, or will we see a recall coming down from the Protoss? Probes are running, the Protoss is attacking in. There's a bunker, is it gonna hold? It's getting repaired, those SCVs hugging it hard, but there's still too much Protoss breaking the natural. The natural Zest, though, is under fire, but one Colossus and a shield battery defending the main base, single-handedly, it would seem. Dream, I don't see him cleaning up this army on his side of the map. He's trying to get the Nexus, but he needs to essentially kill Zest on this side of the map. And with the Colossus, the Stalkers, and the shield battery, it is not happening. And Zest is looking dominating here in this series.
106 to 24 supply, GG, and Zest takes the 2-0 lead here in this best of 5. Looking pretty good doing it.
Yeah, looking real good. The next map is going to be Triton.
Yeah, I mean, looking at army value here at about 7 minutes, it's fairly even, and then Zest just goes into the stratosphere, and Dream's like, I can win this with like 3 Marauders, right? I don't need to make army anymore, do I? I just replace my SCV count, everything will be just fine.
Yep, just build SCVs, pretend nothing happened.
Yeah. And, I mean, he did better than I thought he would, honestly, but still, not really that close at the end.
Yeah, no. I mean, it was a noble attempt.
It was.
If Zest maybe made like 1 or 2 big mistakes, then maybe.
Yeah.
And he almost lost his prism like twice.
He did, but almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
And as we went over in the last Afreeca world, close does matter in horseshoes.
It does. Figured it right out.
You ever played horseshoes?
Not like officially.
Not officially. Has anyone ever played horseshoes officially?
Oh yeah, for sure. There's like competitive horseshoeing.
Really?
I think it was an Olympic sport for a while.
What?
Yeah.
Why am I just hearing of this now?
Because it was like when your grandpa was alive and he was your age.
Map, whoop.
Oh, hold on.
Did we do the wrong map?
That's sure what it seems like. Scrolling up.
Looks like we might have done map slightly out of order. And did Triton, because we just did Triton, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I selected the wrong one. Did I? Yes, I must have done... Oh, I did Sleepers instead of Triton. Right below each other. Do apologize about that. Fortunately, one of the players realized it right out the gate.
Yeah, very appreciated.
All right, let's get on into this once again.
So I'm a liar about the Olympics, but there is a national horseshoe association.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
US.
If there's anything, if you can think of like any action a human can perform, there's probably a sport for it.
An official sport, no less.
Yes. Like, I bet like staring contests. Willing to bet there's like an actual official staring contest.
Oh, I'm sure there is. People spend their weekends staring at each other.
That would be so weird. You just walk into a random convention center and it's just people staring at each other.
All these tables set up. Everyone paired off, staring at another person. God.
That is just a horrible thought. All right, it's Dream.
And it's Zest. I saw this on Reddit the other day. It was just a group of college kids. And so 2 people would face off, and one person would try to do pterodactyl noises.
Okay.
And if you could make the person laugh, then you won. But if you couldn't, then they would do pterodactyl noises, and if you laughed, you lost.
Oh, I am 100% okay with this.
I thought, it sounds hilarious. It was hilarious. Like, there's all these people are putting their arms up like they're wings. It was great. I kind of want to try it out. I don't know what you would call it other than, like, pterodactyl chicken, maybe. Something like that. Gotta love pterodactyls, though. Dinosaurs are great.
That's pretty good. What's your favorite dinosaur, Falcon?
Kara! My favorite dinosaur when I was a kid was definitely the Triceratops. I was a big dinosaur kid.
Yeah.
Triceratops was awesome just because he had 3 horns, and they were like, Triceratops could defend itself against Tyrannosaurus Rex with his horns. And I was like, that's awesome!
Yeah.
You take down a Tyrannosaurus Rex, go for it, plant eater.
If you're a T-Rex and you see something with 3 horns and literally a shield baked into its head,
Yeah.
you ain't messing with that thing.
You're like, no. I like the Stegosaurus, though, just because he had a giant club on the end of his tail. That seems pretty cool.
Yes. I did like the Stegosaurus.
Yeah, Stegosaurus, too. With spikes on the end of its tail. Ankylosaurus, I think I meant to say with the club, but Stegosaurus was the one with the spikes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't really into the pterodactyls or pterodons. Flying dinosaurs didn't do much for me. They were just too much like regular birds.
Yeah.
Of course, as more research has come out, it does seem like dinosaurs were more like birds than we give ourselves credit for understanding. So, don't know. We'll figure it all out one day once time travel's invented, I suppose. So Reaper hopping around, scouting about, really does not intend to kill anything because Reapers have low expectations for themselves in TvP.
They really
That
do.
said,
Unless it's one of my TvP games, that thing's getting like 3 kills.
oh my gosh, that is terrible.
I'm a really
That
bad
should never
Protoss
happen.
player. I'm like, right, you know, literally my first experience on one of the new maps, I'm like, okay, this new map seems pretty big. You know, I can probably go for a gateway into Nexus. Oh, my Stalker was not out in time. That Reaper shows up. Probe's like, what?
Oh, that's sad. That's so sad.
Bad times to be had.
Yeah, absolutely. It is rough when there's a proxy, though, right? Like,
Oh, yeah. I don't even think it was a proxy. I just think that my timings are so awful. I was just like, well, forget my pylon by half a second. Yep, that's GG. That Reaper's just having a field day.
tragically accurate. Man, I don't know if YouTube is recommending my videos like twice as much as they usually do lately, but I'm getting a bunch of views I don't normally get, and from stuff that I posted like 6 months ago. I don't know what happened.
Really?
Yeah, December's always really good for me, though.
Yeah.
Like, just for ad revenue, December's really good. But this is like, view count is increasing, and people are watching stuff that they normally wouldn't go back and watch. I think YouTube's just straight up like, here,
What sort of games?
throw you some bones. Anything. StarCraft 2 and Brood War, fastest map games, cheese stuff. Like, I can't really find a pattern
that's good.
for it.
Huh.
Yeah, it seems like everything I'm doing is getting some good attention, but it's just weird.
Anyway,
what am I drop? Jinx, you owe me a soda. What is that? Where you're from? Jinx, you owe me a Coke?
No, Jinx, you owe me a soda. I think.
Soda.
Yeah, just Jinx, usually.
Yeah. I've done candy bars when I was a kid, so my friends were into that.
Oh, okay.
Jinx, you owe me a candy bar.
Huh.
Or, like, Jinx, you can't talk until I say your name. That was a good one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was how it would usually go.
Yeah. That was classic.
This Reaper just got dropped into the base. He's gonna get that kill.
Oh my
Here
gosh.
you are, bad talking Reapers. And then
I mean,
this
he's
guy
dead now, but
gets his
he
probe.
got a kill. He did. Which is more than 90% of all Reapers in professional StarCraft ever get in TvP. Ever get.
Alright, Zest is doing my favorite build ever. In which you open with Blink, then you go into a whole lot of whatever. I just love the Blink opening for Protoss.
I do love the Raven.
Yeah, the Raven's nice. Dream probably a little bit paranoid, seeing as how he died to DTs in game number 1.
Chicken came in. I think he beat me to the Jinx you can't talk thing. So Chicken wins.
Well, seeing as how I'm a commentator, that is real bad.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Alright, enjoy the rest of the cast.
mean, Dream's army is pretty scary, army supply-wise. But the problem is it's over here. So if it's over here, it does not really matter as much.
No.
Zest sitting there on a nice worker advantage, going for Immortals, getting charged for his Zealots, which again, they don't do the 8 damage on charge anymore, but they are zippy boys.
They are
get there
quick.
fast. Is it as fast as Stim Marines or faster than Stim Marines?
Same speed as Stim Marines.
Crazy talk.
You stim the bio, the Zealot's still coming at you.
Yeah.
Second forge on the way here for Zest. He's already got his +1 armor.
Upgrades are massive. Always get upgrades. Dream kind of chasing here.
Yeah,
really
I mean,
chasing across the map. Again, the army supply looking really great for him. So
yeah, he's got to try and get something done here. Zest has bought himself a decent amount of time, and he's got one of these strong Protoss armies, which nothing is really special about it. It's just a lot of Protoss, Immortals to add some substance to it, and a good number of Zealots to buffer. We see Zest going for it. He's going right into the Widowmine, so eats an anti-armor missile. Tank on the high ground. I think Zest definitely shouldn't have attacked in there. He's now losing his Immortals like it's nothing.
Oh! That anti-armor missile was huge!
Yeah, those Immortals just melted.
Boy, no Storm, no Colossus, no Disruptors. I don't like this for Zest.
No, he's still doing okay, though. I mean, supplies pretty close for now. The tank gonna be getting bullying. Really, the Protoss player needs to just hang on to get up enough Warpins to back this up. Looks like the Stalker's going to be trying to catch reinforcements, but Dream just says, all right, I'm going to attack on in then, and this is actually really bad here for Zest. He's a little bit disjointed. His Stalker's not helping out, not adding their damage onto this bio. All the Zealots have melted away, and it looks like Dream is going to be able to take this.
Yeah, that Nexus went down instantly here. No buffer at all. It's all Stalkers right now, which are so bad against this bio. The Immortal goes down, nothing there to save it at all. Picks up, gets out, loses one of the medevacs, but I think it was empty.
Yeah, the Stalkers not being there to help at all really, really hurt Zest. When that fight happened, really the deciding fight there, the Stalkers were looking for reinforcements, but they really needed to be adding their damage to the bio, I think. And just Dream found himself in a very good spot here.
Yeah, that Nexus going to go down. Oh,
no.
Saved it. Nice blink. Great blink. I mean, here's the problem, though, for Dream. He's done some good damage, but it's still a 3-base to 3-base. I mean,
yeah.
Zest still has a worker lead. It's just army supply is so massive for Dream right now.
Yeah, Dream definitely did enough. He got the third of the Protoss. He reset the army. Sometimes Protoss can recover from, like, one or the other, but not both. So this is a very good spot for Dream. The fact that he's making Ghosts to counter the comeback Psystorm, it's going to make things very, very tough here for Zest. Ton of bio moving across the map here. Zest is going to have his +2 armor, which is going to help him out. Make his Zealots a little bit tankier if he can afford to get off these big Warpins. And look at this. Dream is just like, I'm going to go kill your pylon, kill your gateway. And there ain't really a lot he can do about it. He's probably going to be eyeing Zest up for a potential big push here. He's now going to Ghost into the mix of this.
Natural base under attack, too.
Hitting the Stalkers. Oh, look at that beautiful drop there. Could potentially get this forge, at least getting some of the probes. Zest is just getting pulled apart. He's got Archons, he's got Zealots. I don't know if he's going to be able to clean this up, though. EMPs can get used here. These Archons losing all their health. The drop in the natural is getting cleaned on up, but the main army here, Prism goes down. That really hurts.
Warpin!
Oh,
those
that
Zealots would have been
really hurts.
good. Oh, these Immortals are dying so fast. I mean, that said, Zest is refusing to die. Just kidding, he GG'd.
He's like, all right, I'm gonna head out. As Dream stays alive in the series.
Yeah, he's got 2 more chances to win this thing, so let's calm down a little bit there. Move on to the next game, put it behind us. Well done by Dream, just fantastic micro, good all over the place, multi-pronged harass and attacks. got damage done, didn't overextend himself, and really defended well on the other side too. So can't really ask for much more than that out of a Terran player. It really shows why Dream is one of the up-and-coming Terrans in StarCraft 2 right now. I love what he's doing. I love what he's up to. And if he can take this series, I mean, a reverse sweep here against Zest is not shabby. So we'll see. We'll see if he can pull it off here or not. It's going to be on Eternal Empire, again, the S map. A lot of gold and those kind of colors out here.
A lot of things, that's for sure.
Uh-huh.
I haven't seen too much of these new maps, honestly. I've got to play a little bit of ladder, but I've been so busy and everything that...
Yeah, for sure.
This is why I enjoy Afreeca World. It really lets me get a consistent glimpse at the pro level of play.
Also, be sure to use that Matcherino code AW48. Matcherino link just above the chat there. You can throw free money at these players, convincing them to come back for future events.
Absolutely.
Just, more
you can even
StarCraft
get
for
the
you.
replays for the event as well, if you are so inclined.
Definitely. And I mean, it's good to see those, right? Sometimes we miss stuff, and sometimes we just see something really cool.
Yeah. Sometimes the stream just isn't having it.
Yeah. In that case, having the replays is incredibly useful.
All right. Anyway, here we are. In the top right-hand side of the map, it's Zest.
And in the bottom left, he's got a dream, and he's dreaming.
Oh boy, that was bad.
It was pretty bad.
Oh, man. Okay.
Anyway, unbuildable sewer grate there.
Unbuildable
Center
sewer
screen.
grate. That should be
Should be what they call it.
that should be my next username, I think.
I think so. Did you scene switch?
Okay, so I had to adjust the audio there because the joy of Windows, when it likes to be like, oh, you have another program, let's adjust the mic volume to that.
I don't think I've switched to the game yet.
Oh gosh darn. Oh my god.
Thanks, chicken. We're getting there.
Yes, I really do appreciate it. Tonight's just... it's just not happening. The players are playing good games, though. I appreciate everyone who's been with the tournament. I will ensure that it is better for the next event.
Mm-hmm. Even if it requires a barrel fire.
Yes. Everything just decided to fall apart.
Yep. Happens.
Mm-hmm. Command center on the way. A Reaper on the way out. This SCV, he's just going for it.
I don't see why not at this point. Might as well get that scout off, see there's nothing crazy happening.
He saw both pylon locations, so he knows that there's
Yeah.
no crazy proxy as well.
Exactly.
This poor SCV, though. Is it going to bait the Adept out so the Reaper can go in? That's pretty smart, right?
Yeah, I think so. Good move.
Stalker will be on the way out, but this Reaper could potentially get some damage. That's one probe. Is this going to be a legendary Reaper? 2 probes, not bad.
Hey, it's fairly legendary. I'll give it to him.
That's pretty legendary for a Reaper. Now, an SCV did have to sacrifice his life in order for that play to be worth it. Another SCV running for his life, but I think he's going to have himself a bad time. Marines intercepting. The SCV goes down. Grenade gets tossed down, though. Hellion helping pursue. This Adept will go down. A lot of early
See you
game plays
later.
going on.
Yeah, some good stuff from both players.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bomber just used his Matcherino coupon code.
Yay! Thanks, Bomber.
So if you happen to be a Bomber fan, you may be out. But all players in Afreeca Worlds do get a little bit of cash at least for coming out. That Reaper reaches his 3rd kill. Blink on the way.
Ooh, yeah. Gotta love me some Blink.
It's just the best opening.
It is.
Like, you know how Cyril plays in ZVX?
Yeah.
I think this is kind of like the similar Protoss opening. Like, it just opens you up ready to accept anything and play defensive.
Yep. It's beautiful.
It's just a perfect opening, in my opinion. Just
in the hands of somebody who can use it well. Which,
couple of gates, get yourself some Blink.
Be annoying.
Yeah, Zest, though, is going to be looking to commit to this a little bit, it would seem. The fact that he's got a Prism on the way behind us. 3 gateways, not just 2.
Yeah, this feels pretty intent.
Yes.
Intent to harm.
There is malintent coming from Zest right now. Dream does have a tank on the high ground, though. It's also covering his natural as well.
A scary
Zest
blink up.
blinks. Wow, he goes on in. SCVs are immediately pulled. These Stalkers going to be fighting these Marines, but I mean, the hug is real. Stalkers do get out, though. Wow, I didn't even know they could blink out there. Meanwhile, there's a counterattack going on. Looks like this one Viking got 8 probes. What a god.
What is he's dead, but what is happening?
8 probes, it's worth
blink?
it. Zest does blink after and get that, but 6 SCVs, 8 probes.
Tank?
Not bad.
Yeah, both players taking serious hits there. That landed Viking, though.
What a god.
MVP of the match, yeah.
Zest not expecting the Viking Inquisition.
And I was going to say give him a raise, but he's dead, so...
He's dead.
No raises.
Vikings that land don't have a good track record, usually.
They don't, but ever since they got that bonus to mechanical, they can do a lot more.
They just murder probes.
And not bad against Stalkers either, which is insane.
No, definitely not. Oh, what? Zest? What?
No, hey, okay, bye.
Okay, Zest is giving it. Blinks on top, picks off the tank. Okay, and then he gets pushed out. The Marine's still on the high ground. That was something. I'm not sure what it was, but it was something.
I'll give you a something. Ooh, SC, or Supply Depot down, does not supply block anyone, because everybody is severely not supply blocked because of everything that's died.
Yeah, that was, I don't know what to say about this. Zest went for a cool attack, but his Prism just got wrecked as those Zealots started to land.
I'm like straight line moving, too.
Yeah.
So it's not juking, no dodging, just I'm going from here to here.
I mean, it got most of the Zealots down, but by that time, Dream was pretty much guaranteed to hold that, I think. The Stalkers gave it their all. Zest is now just throwing up a 3rd base. Dream gonna have Stim done here pretty soon. Zest is following the good old Protoss motto of one behind Dark Shrine. Really can't blame him for that one. DT's got him the first map win. Could potentially get him the second here if Dream just does something as simple as dropping a mule or
2. Dark Shrine finishing up. Detection already exists.
One scan gets used to pick off the Observer. Absolute horrible timing, as the DTs were already there. Another scan, though. Both DTs get picked off with it. The Prism has been shooed away, so it wasn't able to save him. Meanwhile, there's a counterattack going on. I'm not sure how much it's going to get done, but it looks like it's accomplishing a fair bit. Probes are getting picked off here. Stalker gets killed. This one little drop full of Marines. Always risky for a Terran to do versus Protoss with Blink, but Dream's getting some work done. He's now moving out with everything out on the map. And he's just... Oh my gosh, he's even just pulling the boys.
Pull those boys!
A DT is in tow, but you can't lose your SCVs to DTs if they're all just running across the map. That is the big brain play coming out of Dream.
Yeah.
One DT in the mix. It does get picked off though. Turret gets started up for Dream.
I mean, this is what Future did against Puck. Right, last week that was the big thing that we were talking about, or last time.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Right? This was what Future was doing. He was doing Marine tank SCV pushes and winning with it a lot. Like, it's crazy to me that a strategy that involves pulling 20 of your SCVs is becoming standard, but I think it's kind of becoming standard.
I mean,
that's crazy.
It works. This definitely wasn't a standard build-up in this game.
No.
Tanks and Marines getting picked off here. This DT being a big pain. A turret is done. The tank getting repaired non-stop. Does the DT get baited into some fire? Yes, it does. That DT's gone. Zest is buying himself a lot of time here as this is going on, though. +1 Marines, the tanks. Dream just wants to make this push work. He's moving forward with his tanks. The Protoss is going to engage on in here. The Marine stim, they got their +1. They're melting the Zealots. DT's in the mix. Still dealing damage, but most of the Protoss army is gone. The Zest has a ton of Blink Stalkers. Loses his Prism.
Yeah, the longer this goes on... I mean, the better it is for Zest, but I'm not sure how much longer it's going to go on is the problem.
Yeah, wow, that is a lot of reinforcing Marines crossing the map there. The Protoss player going to once again try and break this location. So many Marines, though, in mass. Now going to start pushing on in. Zest can't retreat with these Stalkers anywhere. Probes get pulled into the meat grinder, and it looks like Dream is going to tie this up as we have our second series going to Game 5.
I mean, the Marines are fairly overstimmed, but doesn't matter.
GG.
Yeah, man. Dream. Holy smokes. Forcing the Game 5. Games 1 and 2 were fairly decisively in favor of the Protoss player. Dream said, no. You know what? I'm not getting 3-0 today. I'm not getting 3-1 either. If I'm going down, it's in a Game 5, baby.
Yeah.
And so far, so good out of him.
Great play coming out of all these guys today. Yeah. We thought this was going to be a fantastic tournament, fantastic lineup and everything. Fortunately, the tech issues did put a bit of a damper on things, but we seem to be in a situation which we can watch the games now without crashing. So,
yes,
we'll take it.
Chicken says there was an immortal that got absolutely melted.
Yes.
So yeah,
immortal
for sure.
on the high ground.
Yeah.
I mean, an immortal versus that many Marines, gonna have itself a bad time. Both players ready, and we are off to the races of the next map. I'm gonna swap the screen over right away before I forget.
Smort. I am so smart. SMRT.
Okay. We are loading on into the final map of this best of 5. The winner of this will go on to play Solar in a best of 7. For the right to call themselves an Afreeca World Champion.
Which, a scary proposition. Let's not think about that too much.
Hmm.
If I'm them. Let's focus on the game at hand.
That is right. Anyway, in the top left-hand side of the map, it's Dream.
And in the bottom right, he is Zest.
Zest is best.
I mean, not in the last couple of games he hasn't been.
No. Zest has been alright.
Yes, been alright.
Some questionable moves, though. Probe is going to move across the map. Going for that scout. I'm still waiting for it. I'm still waiting to see a max packs in PvT. from a Korean Protoss.
Ooh, yeah. That would be good, but yeah, we don't really see it.
Probe being a jerk, harassing SCVs.
As Protoss likes to do. Gotta do something with that APM, though.
You do. Look at that APM.
Way too high to just do nothing.
SCV moving on into the main base of Zest. Scouts out, then heads on out. Dream Team represent, says Chicken. Chicken was also cheering for Bomber, so I'm noticing a trend.
Did you discover the pattern?
I did. I cracked the code. Thanks so much to everyone for tuning on in. Make sure to use that Matcherino code. It's just in the link there. It adds an extra 50 cents to the prize pool for the players. And if 25 of you do that, or if 50 of you do that, that's an extra 25 bucks for the players.
Can't argue with extra 25 bucks. I will
Dream
take
Types
extra 25 bucks.
SS. You think that's sad situation?
I mean, it hurt, but it's not game ending.
He loses 2 SCVs. He can get this Adept, though.
He can. That Adept's running.
Oh, turns
shaded.
around. Wow, playing with fire.
And does escape, actually, huh?
Stalker comes on in too. Gonna get one of the Marines. Oh, lucky SCV. This has really interrupted the macro of Dream, though.
Yeah, 24 worked at 33.
He has
It's not a good
fallen
place.
behind a lot. Zest throws up a pylon at the third base of his opponent. A little bit of an interesting choice.
Guess for vision?
Yeah, I mean, he does have Blink on the way. Is he just going to warp in a couple of more Blink Stalkers when those gates are done?
I mean,
tough to
slow
say.
warp-ins are still warp-ins.
Yes. No matter how slow they are. Widowmine drop is moving out. Zest knows this, though.
Ooh, those extra early shots are really critical.
Really, really critical. At this point, Dream's just going to be lucky if he gets out with this Medivac. The Stalker's really pursuing this here. Is there a boost ready again? Looks like the answer
Blink is
yes.
Almost done, but not done.
Medivac just hanging out. Viking will move out on the map looking for blood. The main base of Zest is rather exposed of the Viking lands than, say, Waddle's in. Viking lands. It's gonna get one probe. Stalker's now gonna move into the main base, but with that siege tank there, it's not happening. 8 probes have died. Oh my gosh. Oh, Widowmine drop went in while that Viking was distracting Zest.
Oh, I can't believe it got stuff done. I thought for sure it was
Wow,
shoved away
yeah.
forever.
I was not expecting that. A beautiful 1-2 punch from the Terran player. Now Zest's macro has been disturbed a little bit. Probes just hanging out here, not mining at all. There's still this Medivac. I mean, these mines can get dropped once again as Zest is using everything to push or to poke. Like, this is a fully exposed natural, a fully exposed third. Widowmine drop could really get something done here if Dream goes in with this. Does he go for it? Come on, Dream. Oh, there he goes towards the third. Is Zest paying attention? The answer is no. Huge connections there from the Widowmines.
Okay.
This is really starting to turn around and go Dream's way. Six gateways on the way for Zest.
Feels pretty aggressive.
Yeah, the interesting part is there's no charge out. Or no charge researching. Oh, never mind. It's already done. Silly me. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes a lot more sense.
Okay, better pull that time. Only 2 probes died instead of, you know, all of them.
These Widowmines just gonna waddle away. Oh, they're not waddling away far enough that they could have actually escaped from that stalker.
That was bad pathing. Oh, look at him going back. He's like, I got this.
Nope, I don't
I'm
have
gonna try
drilling
to hide
claws.
from you. It's not 2 years ago.
Oh, if only.
How long
Was
ago
that
was
2
that?
years ago? That must have been more than 2 years ago, right?
You think so?
When did that change come through? That was like
find
the
out.
first post-BlizzCon patch, I want to say.
From last year?
No. Oh, are you talking about like... I'm talking about like the drilling, like when Widowmines had their actual cloaked burrow removed by default.
Yeah. So like, Widowmines are now revealed when on cooldown. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was 4.0. So yep. 2017,
Wow.
November. So 2
Wow,
years
you
ago.
remember what patch that was? That's impressive.
No, I'm on Wikipedia.
Oh, okay. Wow.
You were like, oh my god.
He's an encyclopedia, but no.
4.0, November 2017. I believe it was the 6th.
Approximately 4:53 p.m. when the patch was pushed live. Remember like it was yesterday? These zealots trying to blitz down here. Widowmine's dealing massive damage to them though, but this is still a lot of Protoss countering and pushing Dream back as Dream fought without a lot of his army there, so he's going to want to reconsolidate, maybe try his luck again. The upgrades for the Protoss really shone through there with his +1 armor and +1 attack. Ghost's now out for Dream. He's floating over his third base, so he's still in a pretty darn good spot here with a higher worker count than the Protoss, even if just by a slight amount. Then he's
Mules make that really nice.
They do. On Speak of the Devil.
There's our guys working hard for the Dominion, or I don't know. There's so many factions of Terran.
Confederacy, Dominion,
Core Hall,
Core Hall.
Rainer's Raiders.
There's a lot of Terrans.
There's a lot of different Terrans.
It's almost as if they don't get along.
It's almost like humans don't like uniting with all other humans.
This is true.
We're bad at it.
There's more parties than the U.S. election.
Yeah. Well, you know why that is, though? I've actually been doing a bunch of reading on this. This is tribalism, basically. For the vast majority of human history, being tribalistic kept you alive.
Absolutely.
So now we're tribalistic. It doesn't serve
My
us very
tribe
well
over
anymore.
yours.
Yeah, it doesn't help us anymore in 2019, but it was the difference between life and death for like 99.9999% of human history. And
Whether it's politics
we're
or
programmed
football.
that way. Anything. We will find ways to consider ourselves different from other people. Yeah, StarCraft, for example. Anyway, this is looking pretty good. Nice EMPs.
Those
getting
were
topped out
beautiful
by
EMPs.
Breeze. Some SCVs dying on the other side of the
The
map. Here,
force
third base
fields
of
are real
Breeze.
good, though.
Third base was under attack by something. Don't know what it was, but that's taken care of. Yeah, the force field creating that artificial choke that Dream was still attacking into. It's pretty good.
Zest even warped in more sentries because he realizes force fielding his ramp works out pretty darn well for him. Now
More force field.
the Terran coming on in though with a lot more ghosts. He can blanket this army in EMP. He's going to get the Observer. One EMP goes down, another EMP goes down. Force field's a little bit late this time. Vikings landing, and it looks like Dream is going to make the reverse sweep happen onto Zest here. It's going to take a miracle for the Protoss to hold at this point. And
Yeah,
the
this is
Terran player
incredible.
is pushing forward.
Woo!
GG.